only is it a great cat watch, but it's three-dimensional. So it's the practicality and the functionality of a timepiece, but the beauty of a bracelet, Adrienne, and we're doing it for $23 and change on your charge card, $17.49 if you have your HSN charge card, and it is gorgeous.
What you have to see when you look at this watch, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. The watch is three-dimensional. Three-dimensional. The animal looks like he's jumping out. He is literally on the outside of the case. Have you ever seen anything like it?
No, not in a watch. That's why I said it's almost like a practical functional watch, but a bracelet at the same time.
And what is so exciting is when you make a three-dimensional exotic cat, you have to use a smaller mechanism and then design the face so it's easy to tell the time. So if you look at it, we have a very expensive small mechanism on the other side of the animal. And it looks like a watch that would be thousands of dollars. I have never seen, I don't know if you have.
Never.
Ever seen this kind of watch except done in platinum. Because where they could meld it, and you see how the face goes around.
It's rippled. Look at that rippled effect. And I gotta tell you what, there's one watch that I've seen with that rippling kind of movement effect on the face of the watch that was in Basel, Switzerland, more than 12 years ago, and that watch was about $15,000. This is $69.95. And not, you've gotta, I mean, honestly.
Can we come tight in? Do we have, that's the best way. Look at the animal. It is, the exotic cat is done in black enamel and the look of diamonds. And it is so double row of the look of diamonds around it. It has 104 crystals on the bezel alone. You know, the French designer who came up with this originally was worn by the Duchess of Windsor and all her girlfriends. And if you're a history buff and you look at any of this, you'll find that these fabulous women, Duchess of Windsor, a man gave up his kingdom for her.
Well.
And this was her taste. So the exotic cats, women look at each other and know each other by the symbol of the exotic cat. It was only made by the most expensive jeweler, basically, in the world. And, you know, although the Duchess never became the Queen of England, she was one of the queens of cafe society. She absolutely reigned from the 30s to the 50s. And what they were rich, elegant, sophisticated, and they were women that dressed and looked fabulously. This was a watch of the period. I'm a big Art Deco buff. I love, again, my favorite theme, this is the great cats, as you know. I even own a great cat.
Yes, you do.
My 30-pound cat. But what you are basically looking at here is a piece that I can promise you, no one will have this anywhere you go. And again, it's a limited edition. When I have sold the edition, I break the mold and I never, ever make the watch
So the
again.
collectability of this is huge. I know that a lot of you love the designer watches and you've seen what happens to them once the limited edition is completed. I mean, I know personally some of the watches that I've had, you know, I see them on the internet and then the prices that...
you've been collecting these for a long time.
But I mean, it is astronomical what happens when the edition is closed and you no longer can get it because people go crazy to get them. This tonight at $69.95, and again, genuine leather band. The thing that amazes me, not only look at the three-dimensional cat, so it's like 3D coming forward before you even look at the watch, but the ripple effect in the face. I didn't personally know that that could be done. I didn't realize that it could be done other than the company that I saw do it in Basel, Switzerland many, many years ago. I've never seen anybody else doing it. So I don't know how Adrienne had this one put together. But as she said, the smaller mechanism right there, you can see in the side, very expensive to do. You have the texture to the black band. It's not just a black band.
And this is real leather, and the texture is, those of you that know the French leather maker that makes this textured band. So I didn't want to finish off an exquisite watch with just a leather band. So we made for you, look at it close up, you'll see it's ribbed. It's entirely ribbed, and it is genuine leather. Again, if you look at the back of the watch, you will see how we set a piece of jewelry. If you look at the back, you'll see it's a piece of jewelry with the watch set into it.
See, now this, to get that small mechanism, usually is exponentially going to increase the price of the watch.
Without any question. We were absolutely screaming when they said that we would be able to do this watch for this price. We never thought we could. And we didn't set out to be very honest.
Right.
It to us was, we were going to sell it for whatever it cost.
Right, because it's a piece of art.
But three-dimensional piece of art done in the form of a watch bracelet. Again, I used to put Adrienne on the front of the watch. I now put it on the back for identification, along with limited edition, because the watches are totally limited. When I have sold them out, I am completely finished with them and never bring them back again.
Okay, you know what? If you want this one, we are wrapping it up. We have fewer than 260 with everybody that's on board. We'll continue to remind you about it throughout the hour. But we have so many incredible brand new pieces. So I promise you, you want to stay tuned for the rest, the 45 minutes that we can share these with you. And I'm going to show you one that